Welcome to the lecture, Code Sorting for Users List. You will learn how to implement the sorting functionality for the user listing page, so we can click on the column header to sort the users list based on that column. For example, click the header of the first name column here. We sort the users list based on first name in ascending order. As you can see here, in ascending order of the first name, Alfred, Ali, Alada, Amina. This is the first page, and this is the second page, and this is the last page. And here are some key points which we need to follow. The column headers are clickable to toggle sorting. The sortable columns are ID, email, first name, last name, and enabled. And the sort direction, ascending and descending. And sorting should work well with pagination. And by default, the user list is sorted by first name in ascending order. If a column is sorted, click the column header again. We reverse the order or toggle sorting. And to indicate the users list is sorted by which column in which order, we use the up arrow icon here, indicating that the list is currently sorted by this column in ascending order. And we use a down arrow icon here, indicating that the list is sorted by this column in descending order. If the user list is currently sorted by the first name column in ascending order, as you can see here, then click on another column. We sort the list by the same order as the currently sorted column. If we click the user ID column, the list will be sorted by user ID in ascending order. And the same for email column, last name, and enable. Then we need to update the URL button. For the default URL /users, it will display the first page sorted by first name in ascending order. And we will add two query parameters in the URL. Sort field indicating the currently sorted field name, and sort dir indicating the sorting order. So this URL meaning that the first page is sorted by first name column in ascending order. And this URL meaning that the first page is sorted by first name in descending order. And this URL meaning that the second page is sorted by the ID column in ascending order. And this URL meaning that the third page is sorted by enabled column in descending order, and so on. It is very simple. You see, here we create a sort object by specifying the field name, first name here, and the sort order here, ascending. And then we can pass the sort object when creating a pageable object here. And we pass the pageable object to the file method of the repository. So it is very simple. So to implement the sorting functionality for users list, we need to update the user service class to enable sorting in conjunction with pagination. And then we need to update the user controller to handle sorting parameters in the URL. We add two parameters, sort field and sort dir, and update the user HTML page to make the column headers clickable and show the sort icon for the currently sorted column. Alright, come back to the IDE and open the user service class, and we need to update the method list by page here to enable sorting functionality. So we need to add two parameters in this method for sort field and sort dir, sort order. And we create a new sort object from Spring Framework data domain here. Sort equal sort by the sort field. And then we set the sort order based on the sort dir value here. So we set sort equal sort dir equal ASC, meaning sorting in ascending order. And then we set the sorting order ascending, else meaning sorting in descending order, sort descending. And then we pass the sort object into the method of the page request here. Very simple. You see. Okay. Then we need to update the user controller class to handle the new parameters sort field and sort dir in the URL here. Open users controller class here, the list by paste method here, and to map the values of the parameters in the URL sort field and sort dir, we use the param annotation here and specify the query parameter name is sort field and map to a variable string sort field, and the second parameter is for the sort dir or sort order sort dir string sort dir, and then we call the list by paste method of the user service class, passing the page number sort field and sort dir. Okay, and for the default URL slash users here, we sort the list by the first name column. So we pass the field name is first name here. Note that the field name here is the field name of the entity class, as you can see here, not the column in the database. The field name first name here, last name, you see. Okay, and then the sort order is ascending. And for testing purpose, we print out the values of sort field and sort direction. Sort field, and sort direction, sort order, sort dir. Okay, save the changes. Now we can test the sorting in the user listing page here. Click the user hyperlink here to see the user listing page in default here. And you can see it is sorted by first name column. As you can see, the first name Alfred, Ali, Alada, Amina. View the console and you can see the sort field, first name and sort order ascending here. Now let me add the query parameters in the URL. User slash paste one and sort field equal email and sort dir is ascending. And you can see the email is sorted in ascending order. In the console view, you can see sort field, email, and sort order ascending. Click the second page. We got an error because we have not updated the URLs for the pagination here. But let me update the URL here. This for the second page, and you can see this is the second page where the list is sorted by email in ascending order. Let me change the value for sort direction to descending here, and you can see the list has changed and it is sorted by email in descending order. As you can see, the values printed in the console here, sort field, email, and sort order descending here. Next, let's update the user listing page to show the sort icon, up arrow here and down arrow here, depending on the sort order. So we need to set two new attributes onto the model for sort field and sort dir here. Sort field and sort dir. And open the user HTML page here and go to the table header. Table header here, the first name column here. And we use a tag to make the column header clickable. And for the icon, we use a span tag here. and we need to specify the condition to display the icon if the list is sorted by this column. So we can check the value of the sort field equal to first name, meaning that the list is currently sorted by this first name column. And for the CSS class, we'll also need to use th syntax class equal and the icon depending on the sort order. So here we check the sort order. Sort dir equal ascending ASC. Then we use the class for the up arrow icon, which is FAS FA dash sort dash up. This is a class for the up arrow icon in for Awesome library. And else we show the sort down icon. To indicate that the list is sorted by this column in descending order, and the icon name is FA sort down. Okay, save the changes and let's test and change the URL. I'll go to the default URL users here, and you can see the up arrow icon appears in the first name column here, indicating that the list is sorted by first name in ascending order. So far so good. And I change the URL to test the sort down icon users based on sort field first name, and the sort order is descending for the first name column. First name, and you can see the down arrow icon appears for the first name column here. Perfect, right? And if I change the value for the sort dir parameter to ASC here, and you see the up arrow icon appears. Next, we need to make the header column clickable for the first name column. So we need to update the code here. For the case that the currently sorted column is not the first name column, so we use the if condition here for this hyperlink. If the sort field is not the first name, not this column, then we specify the href attribute href equal / users / paste. You need to keep the basic information and plus the current page, and then followed by the two query parameters for the sort field and sort dir. Sort field equal to first name, and sort dir equal to the value of the sort dir variable here, in case the currently sorted column is not this column. Okay, and now let's test, and I change the URL to set the sorted column is the email column in ascending order, and you can see the first name column is now clickable, and I click here. You can see it is sorting the list by the first name in descending order, in ascending order, as you can see in the URL here. Here, sort field first name and sort dir ASC. And you don't see the text of the header because it goes to the else case, meaning that the currently sorted column is this column. So we need to update the code for that case as well. Okay. Here, in case the sort field equal to this column, then the sort here should be the reverse. Okay, so in the controller we need to have another variable for the reverse sort order. Okay, here string reverse sort there equal depending on the value of the sort there equal ASC, then the value for the reverse sort order is descending, else ascending, and we set a new attribute onto the model here, reverse sort there, reverse sort there here, and update the hyperlink here. The value of sort here is reverse sort here because we need to toggle the sorting for this column. Okay, refresh, and you can see the text for the header first name here, and currently the list is sorted by first name in ascending order, and if I click again it will sort the list by descending order for the first name column. And you see here name is sorted in descending order, Satya, Petro, Nati here, and I click again it will toggle the sorting order to ascending, you see. And I make the text for the header text in white, so I use the class text as white here, and refresh. Okay, you see now the list is sorted in ascending order for the first name by first name here. If I click it will toggle the sorting order in descending order, you see. Now is the exercise. Write similar code for sorting other columns: ID, email, last name, and enabled. Alright, after you have done the exercise, the code is looking very cumbersome, as you can see here. Later I will show you how to make the code more succinct after we come to implement the filter functionality. Okay, now let's test the sorting functionality by clicking on the header columns here. Use a listing page, and by default it is sorted by first name in ascending order. And I click again, it will sort by first name in descending order. If I want to sort by user ID here, user ID in descending order, in ascending order. And if I want to sort by email here, email in ascending order, in descending order. And click last name, we sort the list by last name in descending order, reverse the order, and enable status here, sort by enable here, you see, perfect. Lastly, we need to update the hyperlinks, the buttons in the pagination section here, so the sorting and the pagination functionalities will work well together. Okay, and we need to update the URLs for the buttons of the pagination section here. You can see the URL for the first page here, and here we simply add the query parameter sort field equal to the value of the currently sorted field, sort field, and sort there here. We don't need to specify we don't need to check the sort field or sort there, just pass the values of sort field and sort there into the URLs here. This is the value of sort there. Okay, and let's test the first page users, second page, first page. Okay, copy and paste this code. for the previous button here. Refresh. We got an error here. Perhaps something wrong here. Couldn't paste. Okay, let me go to the second page. Use the paste second. Sort view email, sort here, descending. Okay, and now I click the first button here, and it will show the first page while keeping the sort view is email and sort order is descending. First page, you see, it keeps the sorted by email and descending order here. Okay, then update the URL here. And for the next button, and last button here. Okay, let's test it. Okay, and I'm on the first page, and the list is sorted by first name in ascending order, and I click the number 2 here, and I am on the second page, and the list is still sorted by first name in ascending order. Next page. Very good, right? Next page, and you can see the URL is updated to include sort view and sort dir here. Last page, and let me sort by email here. And in the last page of the email, the list is sorted by email in ascending order here, in descending order here. And go to the previous page. Perfect, right? Previous and first page, and you can see the list is still sorted by email in descending order.